welcome back to another episode of Nerd Herders. I'm Rich, and that's not Nick.
Correct, I'm Christian.
He's Christian. He's filling in for Nick. I'm tired of you throwing off my rhythm, so I was just going to throw it off right from the get-go. But we are the Nerd Herders from the Over a Beer channel. Today we are going to talk about... What are we talking about today?
Video game movies.
Yes. So we brought this up a little bit in our news segment about the Tomb Raider reboot coming. So we thought we would have a bigger discussion on video game movies.
There's a lot of them.
Can there ever be a good one? Will there be a good one?
I hope so.
So we have a couple video game movies already coming out this year.
Yes. We have Warcraft,
Mm-hmm.
which, do you remember the release date at all?
No, I should. I've seen the trailer so many times.
It's definitely come this year, probably this summer. Yeah, correct us if we're
wrong. Not by my own free will. It's played in every damn movie I've seen in the last
So we got Warcraft coming.
5 months.
We're supposed to be getting an Assassin's Creed trailer with the Batman v Superman.
So it'll probably be out by the time you guys have seen this.
Oh, absolutely. Tomb Raider, of course.
Tomb Raider.
And there's also been talks of the last Resident Evil movie for like next year or something like that. So they're coming. So
that's what we've got on the horizon.
Yes.
So let's backtrack now. See what we've gotten in the past. And let's go into discussion about that. So we've had all these video game movies.
Yes.
What are some when you hear video game movies, what are the ones that come to mind for you?
Just in general?
Yeah, what are the ones that stand out and you go, that one, like...
The Resident Evil series.
Okay.
1 and 2 were very video game movie-wise. Like, they took a lot of stuff from the video games, and then not. So, it's one of those series where it's like, it took a lot of stuff, and at the same time, they did their own thing. So, it's a very unique form of video game movies.
I've actually never seen the Resident Evil movies.
Oh,
which is weird.
Good. That's it.
It's always been a weird thing that I've never seen this because I'm such a horror fan and a game fan and a fan of Resident Evil that it would make sense. I should have seen these.
You really should have. Really, you should just watch 1 and 2 as a fan of the Resident Evil movies. If you're a person that can turn your brain off and just enjoy the movie for what it is, and just like the Fast and Furious movies.
Man, I own so many shitty horror.
Okay, then there you go. Then if you can turn off your brain for that, watch the rest. But 1 and 2 it's where the Resident Evil canon is. They're really good. The first one is definitely a horror movie than it is an action movie, so I recommend that. The Super Mario Brothers movie, most infamous movie out there, both in a good and bad way.
I watched that movie so many times as a kid.
Have you?
I have the VHS.
Oh, no. Man,
I play that movie so often. I didn't know. I was so little when I watched. I was like, sure, okay. There's Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo being really like cheesy plumbers, and I don't remember his name. Who played Bowser?
Oh, I have no idea. I saw that movie like twice.
He played a few years ago. Hopper, Dennis Hopper.
Oh yes. Okay. See, for me,
it's got the little raptor thing as Yoshi. I don't think it was ever actually called Yoshi in the movie.
Dude, I mean, we shouldn't discuss it.
Oh, but it's so good.
Here's the thing. I've seen this movie twice, and I hated it.
You know what? Were they the Koopas in the? Were they called Koopas in the movie?
Yeah, the huge,
the big guys with the little tiny lizard heads.
Those are Goombas.
Oh, they were Goombas. That's what they were.
Yeah, they were Goombas. I don't know how, but it happened.
It was awesome.
There's only 2 scenes that really make that movie good for me, and that's why I'm like, it's awesome but horrible at the same time. The Mario, Luigi Mario.
Yep.
That blew my mind. It's like, oh, that's why they're the Mario Brothers. And the scene, I think it was in an elevator, and they made like the Goombas dance.
Yeah.
That was hilarious to me, and that is it for that movie. I'm done.
Should watch it again.
No. Well, maybe. We'll see. So yeah, Resident Evil.
Okay.
Super Mario. Dead or Alive.
Yes.
Really nothing to do with like as a video game movie,
but I
like it as a movie.
It tries though.
No, it absolutely does.
It definitely tries to get some of the weird background stories that go along with those games.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's this tournament, but there's these scientists doing experiments on them to... I'm like, okay.
So, as a video game movie, no. As a regular movie, I love it.
It's fun.
It's so good. I love it. I like the fight scenes.
But it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good for me. Well, and of course, hold on. There's also the huge list of U-Bowl movies.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those.
Don't. We're not going to talk about those because they're all awful. They're all supposed to be video game movies that have nothing to do with the video game, so
I feel like there's some stuff we're forgetting. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure there's tons of stuff. See, but now I don't know which ones are U-Bowl movies and which ones aren't, because there's actually a lot of video game movies out there.
Yeah.
They're just not as
you got the Street Fighter movies.
Both of them, yeah, that's true. Oh, Mortal Kombat.
Of course.
The first one, the Mortal Kombat 1 was amazing, and it was so good.
See, I think you're being a little over the top here, calling all these...
No, I love Mortal Kombat, the movie.
It's an amazing movie, though.
No, to this day, I will still watch it, and I'll still get pumped up when Goro comes out, and he's basically killing Johnny Cage's friend. It was just between that, just being just a very an animalistic scene, just with a theme song.
He just likes people
it
killing
pumps you up.
People.
Yeah, pretty much. It pumps you up.
This is why we don't bring him on.
And I mean, they keep me up in the anyway. And there's also the Johnny Cage scene where he just straight up punches Goro's nuts and just that hurt. To me that's hilarious. It makes me laugh every single time. So, in my perspective, they're amazing. So Annihilation was awful, but I loved the first one.
I remember liking Annihilation as a kid. I haven't seen it since I was probably came out.
Mm.
But as a young lad, I remember enjoying it.
I didn't, because first off, they changed a lot of actors. They killed Johnny Cage, which was a big part for me for the first Mortal Kombat. Within the first 2 minutes, and I don't know. So there's a lot of stuff there that they just took away, and I didn't like.
So we've had a lot of these video game movies in the past, most of which, if you have not been paying attention to their conversation, have not been good.
Yeah.
Whether we enjoy them or find things to enjoy about them, they're not actually great movies. So what do we want then from a video game movie?
Okay.
So if they keep trying, and they're not going to stop trying. We have all the stuff we have to be in. Plus, there's Last of Us movie has been talked about.
Mm-hmm.
All this other stuff. What are they missing, in your opinion?
Okay.
About from translating it to a game to a movie.
From just a general perspective, I think that to make a good video game movie, literally translate what the video game is into a film form. Just basically put the characters into actors or actresses, give them literally the same script as that's what people want. They want the game in a live action form.
But see, here's the problem with that. Is you can't take a 10-hour story or a 10-hour campaign and just put it into an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Right. So obviously you're gonna have to condense, but what a lot of people do with video game canons to make into movies or into films, they take a lot of creative freedoms. They take away a lot of the stuff that they think it's this is just a minor part of the game. We're not gonna need that. But the fans love that small part. If you're gonna make a video game franchise into a film franchise, you need to see what the fans love. It's a very fine line, and not a lot of people get it right. But you know what? Every once in a while they get it right. Did you think about the first Tomb Raider? Did you like it?
It's fine. I mean, it's enjoyable.
Okay. Well, same thing for me, and I enjoyed it because it's a lot like the movie, or a lot like the video games. She literally goes out and finds these tombs and finds some mystical thing, and I'm okay with that. A lot of people don't. Okay, Mortal Kombat, same thing. It's literally a tournament. The
Yeah.
movie was a tournament to the death, to the death. And that's why the reason I enjoyed it, because I grew up with Mortal Kombat, and that, there that is. So
going forward, then what? We have Warcraft,
mm.
and we have Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
See here, okay. Here's my problem with sort of what you're saying. Is one, it's the same thing with a book. It's like just give them the lines. This is the script. It doesn't work that way.
Unfortunately,
It does not. That's not how movies get made. That's not how any of that works. What I feel like is missing from take like the Dead or Alive movies for the movie, for example, is it's like, well, there's sort of a plot in these games. We'll sort of put a plot in there, but the fans apparently just want it for the scantily clad women and fight scenes. So we'll just give them a lot of that, some humor, and there's this other plot of whatever's going on.
Right.
Same thing where it's like, it's just we'll sort of take this fighting game and weave a story into it, but it's just not a compelling enough story. But if you stray too far, then it's just this weird balancing act that it's so far you haven't really seen work.
Okay.
And I'll be curious now. We have what?
I just thought of Silent Hill. Actually, it was another video game movie.
Okay.
Same thing with that. They took a lot of liberties with Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
They kept a lot of stuff on the plot as well, which the fans could appreciate. But they took a lot of freedoms with the plot as well, as the plot progresses. With that one though, they just literally did a kind of like a shot for shot in the video game, where they put the camera angle is like right up top through like these like weird fences, and then the alarm goes off, and then you see like these weird like children coming after her. That was in the game, so you don't have to make like the whole translate this to this. You can have still your creative freedoms, but you also have to give like the fanfare. Like that's what I was talking about.
Well, yeah, you need that fanfare, but you just.
Well, just a simple scene like that may not have triggered it in your mind when you played the game, but like you're thinking right there in that exact same scene, subconsciously, if you played it, like that sense of discomfort where it's like, like this seems so familiar, and it's like super creepy because you've experienced it before, Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. I don't mean like just video game, film, done.
No,
like,
I know.
I mean just like put certain things in there that like could relate to the video game, or with that one directly relates to the video game, and they even I read like on their trivia where they actually also set up the soundtrack to the movie just like a pitch higher or something like that, so it sounded off or something like that, just like the game was.
Okay.
So like they also gave you that sense of like just like nervousness and anxiety. So like it worked out because it is a horror video game, so it became a horror movie. But just simple things like that.
See,
will make the movie better for the viewers.
Here's where I'm conflicted on the whole video game movie thing. Is we've gotten to a point in video games where you can tell really interesting, compelling, great stories in video games. Like it's its own art form. Like we've passed the time where there's sort of a story in these games just to service this gameplay, and people love this, so let's put a really complex story into Mario Brothers and let's make it whatever.
Right.
Or Dead or Alive. Every people love this fighting game. Let's where you don't really need that anymore. Like we don't need a Last of Us movie. Like I don't need to see that story chopped down. And you still haven't played it, so I don't want to go into details on that. But like if they're gonna make we're gonna make an Uncharted movie, we don't need an Uncharted movie. We don't need a. I haven't played the Assassin's Creed games, but I imagine we really don't need an Assassin's Creed movie.
No, not at all.
But like looking back, like there hasn't been many games I've played where I'm like, this could translate well into a movie. And that's I think the problem is it's just sort of like, well, could we do this versus this could work if we, like it feels like it's slowly becoming, it's always been. But we've hit that point now where you don't need it.
Okay. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, where you were talking, I'm amazed that we haven't come to the medium of, and correct me if I'm wrong here, of video game TV shows. Because rather than condense a 10-hour game into an hour and a half movie, you have like Until Dawn, which could play great as a movie.
Yeah.
But it's 10 hours long. So there's no way that could happen. But as a TV show,
that I recall.
Right. Or you have.
I mean, there was rumors of that Zelda Netflix show, which is I think Nintendo.
It did not happen.
Well, no, I think Nintendo said that wasn't actually a thing. It was just a rumor.
Yeah.
But those are we got a Ratchet and Clank movie coming out.
Oh, that's
we got a Sonic movie coming out.
Dude, really?
Yeah, Sony. It's like Sony Animation, I think, is behind that. So the Ratchet and Clank one seems interesting to me because the developers, I believe, worked so closely with that.
Because there's a little game coming out.
Yeah, right? You get the remake game coming out in April, and then the movie comes out, I think, in May or June.
Okay, so pretty close.
So, I mean, we do have some of that kind of thing coming out. We'll see if those pan out. But those are what makes them more interesting is when the developers or when people involved in the game have the hands-on with the movie. It's because they can step in and say, well, clearly we can't tell a 12-hour story, but we can tell a 2-hour movie or an hour and a half movie that will stick as close and work with what we kind of wanted to I'm blanking on the word. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
To get across with our game.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We got a lot.
I still have hope for video game movies. You know, video games are my thing. So if they can successfully cross over to a different medium, it would make me so happy.
I'm keeping my expectations low. We've been burned enough times. I'll keep my games with my games and my movies with my movies. But I mean, you could say the same thing with books though. But there's been more successful books to movies than there have been games.
That is true.
But we'll see. Maybe in these with Warcraft and with really capable directors and stuff coming behind these things.
Warcraft looks amazing. So I'm actually looking forward to Warcraft.
Yeah. I love Duncan Jones. I love Moon. I really like Source Code. I'm in. I'll see it.
You're just going with the...
Yeah, Warcraft's never been something that's spoken to me.
Okay.
So I'll see it because he's behind it, but otherwise, yeah.
Fair enough.
What did you guys think? What do you guys think of video game movies? What did we not talk about that you would have liked to have seen us talk about? What are we getting wrong? What do you guys think is the key to a good video game movie? And what do you want to see? What video game would you want to see turned into a movie? You can let us know in the comments below. You can tweet at both of us. You can tweet at me at Rich Belson.
I don't have a Twitter. Or I have a Twitter.
I just don't know what it is. He does not remember what his Twitter handle is. So you may not want to tweet at him. If I can find it, I'll post it right down here at the bottom. But otherwise, you can tweet at the channel too at OABeer_official. You can email us at overbeerofficial@gmail.com. And you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/overbeer. We're on Instagram now as well, over_A_beer. You can check us out there. We got some new things planned for our Instagram as well as weekly updates and previews and stuff like that. So you could be seeing something that we post that's going to be on this video, but you could have seen it a week ago from you watching this video. We'll post stuff for drinking, all sorts of stuff. Got big plans there. You can also find us on YouTube by clicking this video somewhere. It will take you to the YouTube channel. The title, probably your best bet. If you just click the video, it might just pause the video. I don't know. You can't find us with the URL because we don't have a YouTube URL yet. At least the custom one. If we gave you a YouTube URL, it would say youtube.com/channel/ZUE3W something.
It's too much work.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But once we hit 100 subscribers, we can get a custom YouTube URL. So if you like these videos, share them with your friends and subscribe to the channel. I guess that'll wrap things up for today, though. So until next time, drink up.